Enhance your car's performance because it is formulated and tested to meet exacting Honda specifications. Available now at Nassau Motor Company on Shirley Street.
Worried about losing your furniture to costly termite damage? You need Rentokil Initials Drop and Go Furniture Fumigation, the only service like it in the Bahamas. Simply drop your furniture at our fumigation container located at 5th Terrace, Centerville, and collect your termite-free piece within days. Sealed with our termite-free guarantee. Fast, convenient, affordable. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name to call on: Rentokil Initial. Call us at 322-2157.
As we celebrate the season of Thanksgiving, Variety Disposable Products would like to wish you and yours a very blessed Thanksgiving season. Throughout the month of November, Variety Disposable will donate to Hands for Hunger and invite you to do the same. Variety is stocked with all of your essentials, such as food and cake trays, stuffing, seasonings, foil pans, and oval pans for your ham and turkey. Visit Variety Disposable Products located on Faith Avenue and Soldier Road, or call us at 341-9010 or 325-7071.
Great news! Ron's Electric Motors' new location on Cowpen Road, right next to Island Luck, is open Saturdays and Sundays. So for those needing repairs on electric motors, generators, welding machines, water pumps, battery chargers, electric lifts, transformers, and power tools, Ron's Cowpen Road location can have you up and running on weekends. Don't forget, you can still visit Ron's Electric Motors on Wolf Road and Claridge Road, and now Ron's new location on Cowpen Road. Dial 356-0249 or 323-5267.
Why, Bahamian shoppers know when times are hard and things are tough, it's more sensible and convenient to shop at YK's Fashion Center. YK's has slash prices on brand name clothing and shoes by up to 50%, including academics, Clarks, polo, and hundreds of jeans and dicky pants. And as much as 70% on selected items. Choose from a large selection of beds, sheets, rugs, and towels, all at affordable prices. YK's in 3 locations to serve you: Bahama Avenue, Prince Charles, and East Street South near the Charles Hotel. YK's, where you can afford to look good.
This is 99.5 Global FM, your number one source for R&B in the Bahamas.
Yeah. Global 99.5 FM reminds our listeners that the views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the host and guests and not necessarily the opinions of the owners of Global Communications Network and the operators of this radio station.
This is Professor Sidney MacArthur Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network 99.5 FM. This is a great day to be in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And Bahamians, we have a role to play in our nation to save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, utilizing our rights and freedoms and privileges according to the Constitution. I heard an ad on the radio today, and it was played within less than 3 minutes. And the information is fraudulent. It is absolutely contrary to the Constitution of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I am warning Bahamian people that you have some people out there who have no respect for the supreme law of this country. We must not let them get away with this crap. There are people who want you to go to sleep and forget about the supreme law of the land. They have their own wicked agendas. The supreme law of the land is all you have, Bahamians. Not these crappy things these people are putting before you. There are people who are hell-bent on taking this country straight down the drain. I'm not surprised at the commercial that was on the air. I suspected that long ago. But a lot of you are not aware of these things. You are still sleeping. There are people who are waking day and night around the clock 24/7 to discredit this country. And they're right in our midst. You got them on the outside too. But let me just say this. If you stand by the Holy Scriptures, that's the Holy Bible now, and the Constitution of the Colony of Bahamas, you're straight. You're on rock solid ground. No one could overthrow you. Don't mind what them funny fellas say. Don't mind the crap that they put on the radio and on Facebook and social media and all that. It cannot stand Bahamians. Nothing trumps the Constitution of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And I've warned you before, there is tremendous misleading information that is being put out on the airwaves. And I'm going to ask you, support the work that is being done here. Express yourself. And some other things I will be calling upon you to do, because Bahamians, we are in serious trouble. Very serious trouble. We're going to have to move quickly. We're going to need your support, your financial support, your moral support, your spiritual support, your physical support. We're going to need numbers, big numbers. Article 24:1. And you got to be well organized, Bahamians. See, a lot of you don't know the answers. But the answers are right in your Constitution. It tells you what to do. The Holy Bible is there to tell you how to look carefully at potential individuals to be your leaders. But you have not been doing that. You've listened to these people write all kind of crappy things. You've been going that way for too long now. Bahamians, we have to rescue the nation from these wicked people. Only wicked people that behave like this, who are hell-bent on having their way and imposing their wickedness on you and me. I'm ready to fight, Bahamians. I've been prepared and ready for this time such as this. You have to come on board and help save your country. Because this is the time to do it now, not tomorrow, not next week, not next year. We have to start right away. Remember what I told you on July the 8th about solving one major constituency problem in your community over the next 18 months. But you have to decide what it is. I can't decide that for you. You have to say, Professor, this is the one we will handle. And you need a righteous team of persons to do it. If they're wicked and evil, it will never happen. So let me get that straight. Scripture says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. You have any rejoicing around this place? Do you see any rejoicing in any of these constituencies on the island of New Providence? Where is it? The murder rate is going through the roof. Look at sexual offenses being committed by law enforcement officers. Huh? People who are supposed to be protecting you are the ones who are violating our women. And some of our boys as well. And you also hear about the big scandal in the Anglican Church. Right at the very top, Bahamians. I have to go in depth into that report. I just heard about it today. It's all over the news, radio, television, social media. These are things, people who you trusted, institution you trusted, the Anglican institution, well, let's put it this way, was trusted by Bahamians. And it may very well be that you have some problems right here in our nation. We got to hear what Bishop Lace Boyd have to say about that. And there are also some issues with the Catholic Church. These two major denominations, sexual violations on children, Bahamians. Children! Who is there to protect your children? Who can you trust? You can't even trust granddaddy. What kind of crap is this? Have we gone mad? Have we gone crazy? Have we so corrupted ourselves with fleshly desires that we can't think straight anymore? See, God says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Now, you show me where the rejoicing is, anywhere in this country. People are mourning every single day, grumbling and complaining, And I say to Bahamian people, you don't have to do that. You could do something about it. The question is, are you ready and prepared to take constitutional action? Are you prepared to take, because there are several actions you could take, There's more than one way to skin this wicked cat. But that cat can get skinned. And I am going to be right. I told you before, the team that I'm working with has a 1 trillion pound catch. 1 trillion pounds. And we're struggling with that catch, trying to get away, but we got it locked down tight. Ain't going nowhere. But we need you to help us, because this is a national issue. I told you, one major national issue that we will be dealing with, the team that I'm working with. That one can get fixed. I could tell you that right off the top. We cannot lose on that. So we're not asking you to come into something that you can't win, Bahamians. Once you are constitutionally sound and you are biblically sound, you have won before you even start. And I made sure I told the team that everything must be lock solid, constitutionally sound, and biblically sound. Then we know we're straight. You could win any battle. No matter how these wicked people behave and talk crap, nonsense, and foolishness, because that's all they are. That's all they could do. They can't solve no problem. They cannot solve any problems, Bahamians. They've been working at this for decades. This initiative, this thing, that thing, the next. And they keep lying to you. They keep deceiving you, and you fall for the crap that they've been putting on you for decades. Because you have not checked the source. The source is the Holy Bible, one, and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. You've been looking at scraps of paper that people write crap on it. And so we've been carried down the drain, Bahamians. We got to stop this foolishness. Today is the 12th day of the 11th month. 12 signifies completion, You know, they talk about 9/11. We got 12/11. We have to get moving today. And Bahamians, I can be calling on you. When you want to talk about the Constitution, you know just where to go to. Because there's tremendous deception out there by persons who ought to know better. But they're not doing any better. Just check the record, The record is right there for you to look at. What the heck they could come up with now to tell me that they have changed. They have never admitted doing anything wrong. They never said, Bahamians, we have done you wrong. But yet they want all kind of power and authority to keep ruling and controlling you. Bahamians, how could we allow this crap to go on? And some people are bold with it, with their lies, their hypocrisy, their deceit. But we have to get something ready for them. The Holy Bible and the Constitution of the Commonwealth. That's my foundation. See, I stick in with that because I cannot lose. I believe we have my producer telling me you got to call on the line. Call your live one there. Go ahead, please.
Professor.
Yeah, what you say?
What's going on, man?
What is happening now is I heard a commercial on the airwaves, which is completely false, not constitutionally sound. I have my team working on that right now. It is, hold on, caller. It is a lie that is being perpetrated by persons who want to destroy the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. The tone of the commercial. See, I listen to all of that crap, I heard it twice in the space of less than 3 minutes. On the radio. In fact, I heard it even before then. You got people out there in Bahamians, you need to wake up. Because you may not have a country if you don't wake up. Because there are some people here who are so deceptive and wicked and crooked and deceitful. They want to destroy the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, this beautiful nation God has given us, while you're sleeping. The fella come and take the land right from under you while you're sleeping. You say you're having a good rest. Damage, we got to wake up. Go ahead, caller.
Professor.
Yes, sir.
One time ago, I think you asked me why the people is not going to churches.
Yes.
Or the church. Look at what happened the other day, the car accident.
Yes.
Look at what the car them is doing.
Yes.
Those priests.
Yes.
All the little boys, them.
Yes.
And be wondering why the young man is not going to church. They're on the basketball court.
Yes.
They're killing up one another.
Yes.
Because why? The integrity, where it stands from the churches.
We
But
cannot.
we have them all right here.
Yeah, but
in
listen
the
now.
Bahamas.
Listen.
But we refuse to call these fellas down. The Christian Council refuse to call these fellas and make them sit down.
Okay.
They know who they are.
Now, if the Christian Council refused, then what do you do? What do I do?
What do you do?
Yeah, what do we do?
Don't go to the church.
Don't go to the church. Okay.
That's all.
Now, we have another problem where the young men are not being fed spiritually, right? They go on the basketball court and they play basketball and they sweat themselves up. I don't have necessarily a problem with people playing basketball. But the spiritual development of our young men, the responsibilities they ought to have, cannot be shafted by the weaknesses of the Christian Council or by the weaknesses of a government that is in power now to do certain things.
But you know, the Christian Council, they all are not on one page anyway. Because you get one set in Freeport, one set in Andres, one set in New Providence. Paul said in 1 Corinthians 1:10 ways, let us all speak with the same mind.
Yes. Now here's
so that's why the Christian Council should all speak with the same mind.
Okay.
I heard the other day a well-known pastor in Freeport stepped down. I know what he said. His son is the best man to take over the church.
Yeah,
That
okay.
is not scripture.
No, it's
The
not.
Bible said when Samuel chose to put his two sons as priests,
Yes.
God was not pleased with it.
Yes.
And this is what we have in this Bahamas. Everybody, family, friends, and lovers, we can put up inside the church. When we want to step down, we make our daughter pastor. We make our son pastor. We make our wife as assistant pastor. These things is not Bible.
No, they're not. That's correct.
And because of this, we have seen this problem. We have seen the problem. We have heard a horrible story about, especially inside those Baptist church,
Yes.
pastors going with some of the members, and nobody saying nothing about it.
Yes. So the
But only
members.
when in the national news,
Uh-huh.
you hear people talking about, oh, look at what's going on in America with the pastors there. But what about here?
What about here? Right in
What
your
about right here?
right in
You
your
think God
bedroom.
closed his eyes on the Bahamas
No, he hasn't.
and then looking at America or England?
Yes.
We better stop, you know.
I agree.
We are some of the most people, everything we say, we using God name for it, but we a
Yes.
bunch of hypocrite, man.
Yes.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
My last point is,
Yeah, go
I don't
ahead.
like, the Prime Minister got to be careful with what he said Friday. People should choose how they want to eat and stuff like that. Now, I agree to a certain point. But then again, see, damn, they don't have to choose because they get the money to do it. You don't think I want to eat, I want to go to the shop, buy some fruits, or I only supposed to eat the canned sardine, the canned jack mackerel. I don't want a piece of fried steak.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, you do.
You don't think a woman will want to maybe, if her hair nappy, to put some little weeks inside it.
Perhaps.
So sometimes you don't have to overdo it. But then again, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I understand the caller as well. And the Prime Minister did make some remarks, and he got a lot of flack over that. Let me just put it this way before I bring my guests on. The point is that people have little money to work with. I find myself sometimes confronted, should I get this, should I get that? And I find I have to tell myself, well, I can't buy that. So if something is too expensive in the food store, I leave it right there. I say the manager or the owner will soon get the message. We have consumer power, which we don't use. That's one major problem we have in this country. If you get 150,000 to think like me, you go in that shop and you see the cost is too high, you leave the crap right there on the shelf. The manager or the owner will get it sooner or later. You say, something, this thing ain't moving. So what happened? You see the price drop 50%. But you got to check it now to make sure it's still good. The point is we're not using our consumer powers that we have. There's some things you just refuse to buy. Now, getting back to what the caller also said about what's happening in the churches. Do not allow the weaknesses of a pastor or the Christian Council or the government of the Bahamas to cause you to get involved in things that are wrong. I am not going to make excuses because of the weaknesses of a government. We have a responsibility. We have a constitution. There are some things we can do about a government that doesn't listen to the people. There's a remedy for that. But we sometimes keep looking at these very same people who are doing foolishness and nonsense and say there's no other way. But there is another way. Let me bring my guests on now. We got Brother Roll and Brother Hyla here. Let me start with Brother Roll, because I know he's anxious to go. Brother Roll, welcome to Express Yourself. See, with me, if you don't mind me, I'll talk till the man come back.
Yeah.
I got to stop.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead, Brother.
There's two things you discussed that's very interesting. What we discuss is saying where the country going. If you don't want it, you got to go there and get it. Like Selene Pillin say, if you're willing to fight for it, you don't deserve to have it. Then we talk about the Anglican situation. So I'm going to talk about the economy. I believe maybe Mr. Hyla might want to touch on the Anglican church.
He has a point on that.
Yeah.
He's taking his head.
Okay, so listen, but if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Constitution, me and you discussed it, and you liked it, and you shared with me, with Mr. Cartwright, and also Mr. Hyla.
Yes.
We discussed where this country, our deficit is about $13 billion.
Yes.
Wrong and about. Mr. Hyla?
Yeah, that's correct.
Correct, right?
That's our national debt.
That's our national debt,
Yeah.
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I think what we discuss here is where this country should be earning close to $50 billion a year if it's managed right. See, what you got to do when leaders speak, and they speak simultaneously, you listen to there's a lot of opposition, but the two major opposition that being in power keep sharing the country.
Okay.
The FNM and the PLP.
Okay.
The smaller parties, for some reason, would not come together to be a part, but one day it's going to change.
Okay.
I listened to the Honorable Prime Minister, which in these kind of time, let me say this to all Bahamians. There's a new world order. The world is one step away from World War III. That means it's possible we all can die. This is no time to beat up your leader. You might disagree with him, but on the world stage, you must unite and support him. And when he loses power, That's a different thing. And you could always approach the issues like Mr. Thompson resorted to, what is right and what is wrong. But what I want to say is this. The country must start capitalizing on what the country are capable of earning on an annual basis. We are a country that have it all. But there could be something right here on this paper saying, Mr. Sidney Thompson, the bank owe you $1 million. And if you can read, you'll sit right there.
Yes.
And you wouldn't go for $1 million.
Because you don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
So this is what's happening in our country.
Okay.
I said to you specifically, right? Geopolitical. You remember me discussing that, right, Mr. Hyler? And I explained to the public what it means.
Yeah. I think you should explain it again. I think.
Yeah.
That woman in Dayton with those 5 boys, she won't hear that again.
Yeah. Okay. Listen to me. And I want the young people, because some of the older people, they could be kind of stubborn.
Well, the man in Foxville, he got 6 daughters. He's trying to find husbands for them.
Yeah, but
right you got to talk to them too.
I want the young daughters, and the lady in Baytown who have the young sons.
Yeah, she got 5, and he got 6 daughters.
Yeah, because me, you, and Mr. Hyler is the kick bucket list.
Wait, hold on. I take offense to that. Serious offense.
Yeah, and I didn't say way out. Yeah, it's a nicer way to say it, right? But the kids is the future. We did our part, but as individuals who never had the power to pen, only so much we could do. Successive government failed us tremendously. Now I'm calling on Mr. Brave Davis, and opposition. I watched yesterday. A question was asked to the Prime Minister. With all of these deportees coming here, what we gonna do? What he said is nothing wrong with it. He says if they're Bahamians, they have a right to come home.
Now, hold on right
there. Hold on. I just said.
Hold on, Mr.
I only said what he said.
No, I don't think that's what he said, but
no, but he said more than that.
Well, we can compare until we get the clear record. Yeah. So you saying if they are Bahamians, they can come. He didn't put that if there.
Oh, he didn't?
No.
Okay.
He said they Bahamians, so they come in this way. They can come.
Okay.
But hold on. See, that remark was extremely irresponsible of the Prime Minister.
Yes, it was Russian.
He does not know who the heck they are. They have to be thoroughly examined to see whether they are qualified to be here. We can't take this lightly.
Well, most definitely.
But just briefly and then continue. What we do know that the Prime Minister knows is that the policy of America is if they originated in the Bahamas, they will return them to the Bahamas. That's the policy.
Yeah.
Once they originated from Abaco or...
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But the America at the embassy shares some responsibility too. Because what they do, they allow them to get a visa and they get the name of the graveyard tombstone, right? Okay. And because of that, they come back here, and some of them can't speak English. Okay. And not only Haitian, Latinos doing it also, and Jamaicans. Okay. We got to fix that. Yeah. But going back to the conversation what I was having, what I wanted to get to is this. Well, we know for a fact, I think it was Hubert Ingram, one of George Bush, or one of them was in power, and they caught a big boat of Haitians to send. Okay. And he allowed all of them to come back to Freeport. I don't know what he signed. You see, these fellas signed some things. And that's why a lot of things should be referendum, so the public can know about that. I know you know the Constitution, and I know you agree with that. But what's happening in the world is amazing. The Bahamas worry about amnesty international and human rights activists. Let me let the Bahamas know. All of that come out of something called NATO that I keep using. NATO is an organization controlled by America and Britain, and they make the rules. But the rules is changing. It's a new world order. I can get to that. But they would put pressure on the Bahamas to continue saying it's inhuman to do this and it's inhuman to do that. Look at the approach that the newly elected Prime Minister, President Donald Trump is going to do. He said he's going to cancel some people's citizenship and kick them out. And this is the free world country. All right? In Italy, they get some badges, must be from here to Paradise Island. They put in 100,000 immigrants from Africa and all over and sending them back. In Germany, in France, England and all. And we got to stick here and let our country be overrun. I walk downtown Market Street. A lot of Bahamians out there, they trying to sell retail. The wholesale is controlled by the Mexicans and the Latinos. They're selling to the Bahamians. This is why when I discuss the 4951, that remedy that. So I'm calling on Honorable Brave Davis, the Prime Minister, to lift whatever lock they got on something that's the Lyndon Pillen gave us before he passed on the kick. You know, he was on the kick bucket list, but before it happened, he actually gave us a gift.
As we go to break, Paul, let me just say this, right?
Yeah.
He gave us a gift. Every prime minister after Sir Lyndon Pinland don't want Bahamians to have nothing. Plenty of people get angry at me saying that. You saying 49-51, meaning Bahamians own 51%.
That's correct.
No other prime minister agree with that.
Well, we could put them to the test. That's why we here.
The test going on right now. We got to go to break, Paul. But
but we setting the president right here on global. They may do it next week. We got to push the issue.
Okay, gentlemen, we got to go to break. The music is coming up. The man tell me I need to shut up. This is Professor Sidney MacArthur, Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network. We're having an interesting discussion. The lines are open 3260271, 3260272, 8130-271. Of course, we got Cable Bahamas 974. We will be back after the break.
Express Yourself Live will return right after this.
Fall is here, and so are the incredible advertising deals at Global 99.5 FM. Whether you're launching a new product, promoting holiday sales, or just want to get your brand out there, we've got you covered with unbeatable rates this season. Reach thousands of potential customers and boost your business before the holidays hit. Call 3260271 or just email sales@globalradio995fm.com to learn more about our fall advertising promotions. Global 99.5 FM, reaching customers wherever they are for your success.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island, a November to remember sale, starting at $150 per night plus taxes and fees. For single or double occupancy, receive a fourth night free with 3 paid nights. Limited inventory available and blackout date supply. Advance booking is required. We're offering free food and beverage credit up to $50 based on your length of stay. Redeemable at our Crusoe's restaurant and splash pool bar. VAT and gratuity is not included. All guests of Comfort Suites enjoy complimentary use of Atlantis, including Aquaventure Water Park, daily complimentary full American buffet breakfast, free Wi-Fi, free parking, kids 11 and under stay free in the room with a parent, and eat free at Crusoe's restaurant with each paying adult. Call us today at 605-6300 or 363-3680 or WhatsApp us at 55-SUITE. That's 557-8483 or for valid through November 18th, 2024. Comfort Suites, Paradise Island, offering comforting days and sweet nights.
Great news! Ron's Electric Motors' new location on Cowpen Road, right next to Island Luck, is open Saturdays and Sundays. So for those needing repairs on electric motors, generators, welding machines, water pumps, battery chargers, electric lifts, transformers, and power tools, Ron's Cowpen Road location can have you up and running on weekends. Don't forget, you can still visit Ron's Electric Motors on Wolf Road and Claridge Road, and now Ron's new location on Cowpen Road. Dial 356-0249 or 323-5267.
Great vehicle performance begins with an exceptional oil. Choosing the right motor oil for your Honda may seem confusing, so here's one simple rule to follow. Look for the oil with the Honda name. Using Honda Genuine Ultimate Full Synthetic Motor Oil in your Honda will enhance your car's performance because it is formulated and tested to meet exacting Honda specifications. Available now at Nassau Motor Company on Shirley Street.
If you've got termites and need to get rid of them fast, trust Renikill Initial. We have over 60 years of experience in the Bahamas. As a part of a global brand, our training and expertise can't be beat. Only Renikill Initial gives you a 3-year warranty on termite fumigation with the best payment terms in the Bahamas. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name you can call on, Renikill Initial. Call us at 322-2157.
From South Beach to Bay Street.
I'm pleased, I really dig your company.
It's your chance to join the discussion of today's issue. Let your voice be heard. Speak your mind and express yourself. Call in and participate at 326-0271 or 326-0272. WhatsApp us your concerns on 809-2310. Follow us live on Facebook and globalradio99.5fm.com. Express yourself.
This is Professor Sidney MacArthur Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network 99.5 FM. I thank the people of Grand Bahama for listening in. Of course, we want you to call in. You know, I'm coming down there for 2 weeks. I'm preparing for that right now. 2 full weeks in Grand Bahama. I want to see all of Grand Bahama. I want to go on those beautiful beaches you all have out there. Because we could hardly get on any beach here in Providence. Yeah. But the thing is, Bahamians, we have some serious work to do. We have to be unified. We have to organize. Like I told you, I heard the disturbing commercial on the radio. It is totally contrary to the Constitution. I called one of my people. I said, we got to look at that, what they're saying on that particular website. And we're going to deal with it, Bahamians, because I warn you, I told you before that you got to get serious about saving your country. Your Constitution is your salvation document. You don't have anything else except the Holy Bible. The Holy Bible, the Constitution. Now, you got people putting out all kind of false information to try and lure you into what nonsense and foolishness they're putting forth. Bahamians, this is very, very serious. And so I want you to listen carefully to what you're hearing on this radio station. I can't talk about them other people out there. Because they're not prepared to take up the challenge, the serious issues that we have in this country, which could lead to the destruction of what we know as the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. That means we are in deep trouble, and we're going to have to fight. But we can win the fight. But you must not be lazy. You must not be sloppy. You must not roll over and say, take it easy. Because, Bahamians, this is a time for you to be on your feet, to be standing for what is right, what is just, what is fair. And I can be right in the thick of it. I've seen this crap, and God has prepared me well for such a time as this. And so, Bahamians, you have to come on board as well. Brother Roll, I'm going to let you wrap up, and then I'm going to get to Brother Hyler. Go ahead.
Thank you. There's so much issues on what you brought up in the beginning, saying what we got to do.
Yes.
Immigration just kick in, and each one of these topics we could talk about for 4 hours, but there's more issues. You asked me about the economy.
Yeah.
All right. I was divided in a good sense.
Yeah, okay.
Our economy, understand, young people, I'm speaking from the bottom of my heart and knowledge. Okay. I don't believe there's much leaders understand globalization, international relation, foreign affairs like I do. I call him out. The Honorable Brave Davis, he's good in this area. Commercially, domestically, there's a lot of mess you got to clean up, leave over by the FNM or even former PLP, but it's a fight, all right? And what I'm saying is, I understand something that the average Bahamian don't understand. There's a power shift, like Michelle Malcolm is saying. There's a new world order. The world is not the same anymore. Understand this. A leader, because I talked yesterday, I was saying the Prime Minister comment when the question was asked about Bahamians and what he could do about it. In a nutshell, I think the Prime Minister got to act something that they call Perry Christie soft. But in 1998, and listen to me carefully, I think it was Blankenship. He's still here down the fast food. They don't leave the Bahamas. Or the John Kerry, they got house share because they love the Bahamas. The Bahamas is a God-gift country. After Hurricane Floyd, they closed the pre-clearance. And Bahamians going crazy. Perry get mad. Perry, the Honorable Perry Christie, the Prime Minister then, tell him if you close the pre-clearance, carry your balloon. Carry your surveillance and all your satellite out this airspace and go. Do you know the Secretary of State came here and apologized and opened the pre-clearance the same day? That made him a hero at the moment. This is the approach the Honorable Brave Davis have to take. All right? Now there's some differences with clarification who coming in here. If they ain't Bahamian and they just going over there, send them where they belongs. Or don't take them. You got to stand strong. Yeah. You got to be the hero for the country, Mr. Brave Davis. You have the knowledge. I know you do. I saw you on when you went to United Nations General Assembly. Okay. You made some statement, scared me. So I know you have it. I just asking the people to support you right now. But now we go into the economy. I would say God give us a gift. Our geographic location make us could be the greatest country in the world because they view America as the country in the world. You got Saudi Arabia, you got Iran, you got Russia, you got China, you got India, you got South Africa. I just called some of the biggest economy in the world. They wants to be here, to be close to America. And these individuals and these leaders ready to sign any understanding that the Bahamas government want us to sign. Okay? So we could go from being 800 or close to $1 billion a year economy to 50 billion. But then we have our friend that we're saying we is their doorstep and they deporting our children. Anyhow, you got a call?
Yeah, we have a call. Then I'm going to get to Brother Hyla.
Yeah.
Call you live on air. Go ahead, please.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, good day.
Good. Listen, Mr. Rule just says, it's Mr. Rule, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, I was just want to add to what you said just now. You said Perry Christie stood up for us for the pre-clearance, right?
Yes.
And you're asking Mr. Brave Davis to do the same?
To stand up strong right now with this deportation and treating Bahamians like animals. If you do that, carry your satellite.
Mr. Brave Davis says that these are Bahamians coming home, whether they went there as H or
what he said. Yes. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they're coming back. You think Brave Davis is going to refuse votes? These people are coming back to vote for Brave Davis. Brave Davis on this 100%. And this is my personal feeling now.
Yeah.
I think this whole thing was contrived, not with the American election. I mean, I think we have a voting bloc, which is the Haitians. And I think Fred Mitchell, he even mentioned that. He last election, he said he was disappointed in how the PLP was supported. But that's okay. Watch. That's what Fred, that man who you all have in charge of representing this country, and I I'd be remiss if I didn't mention this, But this man is so pro LGBT.
Oh,
And now he said he was supporting them. I'm not making this up. But we, so-called Christian country, have this man going around the world representing us. And let me tell you something. When you talk about the treaties just now, you don't know how these treaties come about. Like you said just now with the pre-clearance, you'd never know the person, the white man who came from American open thing that day, that could have been, could strive if he was supporting the PLP or Perry Christie at the time. These people played games on us, and I'm not saying it happened that way.
Yeah.
But you talk about these treaties, sometimes these people have cameras in these guys' rooms, and they're not above that.
Yes.
It's called espionage.
Yeah.
They could have things on these guys that you'll finally realize what Lincoln Bear was saying about these people stacking certain embassies with these LGBT people.
Yes.
And on and on. But I just want to step right there with I don't think Prime Minister Brett Davis is interested in turning away so-called Bahamians.
So-called, notice, okay, thank you, caller, thank you. Notice what he said, so-called Bahamians. I'm going to comment on that.
Yeah.
Brother Hyler, go ahead, please.
Yeah, I see the caller heard the same thing we were saying.
Yes.
That these are Bahamians. How could you stand in the Bahamas as a prime minister, hearing that persons are being deported from America
and say they're
and
Bahamians.
assume that they are Bahamians?
They're not so. If
they're coming in any large numbers, how are we saying that they are Bahamians?
Well, the man said, the president of the United States, the incoming president said he's going to have the largest mass deportation in
ever.
the history of that country.
Yeah.
So
I believe him, and he's using executive authority to do it.
That's right.
And
we could do the same thing.
And he already started making appointments.
Yeah.
He has already begun appointing persons.
Yes.
So when he takes office on January the 20th of 2025,
yes, you're going full steam ahead.
The train can be in motion.
Yeah, that train can be
And
in
you should
That's going to be in motion.
You should see who we appoint for head of Homeland Security. This fella say they rapists, they murderers, they bring ethanol, they kill. And he said, I'm getting rid of every one of them.
Yeah.
So why we got to accept anybody?
That's very serious. And they're going to the extent they are not only deporting illegal immigrants, persons who have already begun going through the process.
Green card, they stopping it.
They are shutting it down.
Shutting it down, and you got to go.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
You know, we got a call last week. Paul, you were right here. Gentleman called from Atlanta. He is there legally.
Yeah.
He has a work status.
So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. The prime minister will take the approach as Perry Christie. We have more power in the United States with our geographic location.
Of course,
all the weapons they got, our geographic location. We could bring Russia on the border, China on the border, so we could dictate to America. But let's get balance.
Well, Paul, right now, they know that they're not going to get votes from Bahamians. Bahamians now know, the original Bahamians know that we have been failed and we're not going that way no more. So now they're looking for support elsewhere.
Okay, caller, gentlemen, we had a call on the line. This is an interesting discussion. Caller, you're live on air. Go ahead, please.
Yes, Professor, what we need to remember is that not everybody born in the Bahamas is a Bahamian.
That is correct.
And they don't have to be accepted. What we now need to do is we need to, once they have been deported back to their respective countries, we need to be very careful and very vigilant. Those persons who are coming with birth certificates, with only birth certificates,
yes, ma'am,
coming trying to enter into the country,
I
the other
agree.
way around. So that's what we need to be vigilant about. We don't have to accept them because not everybody born here is necessarily a Bahamian. That's the law. That's in
correct.
the Constitution.
It is.
And so what we need to do is to be very careful when these persons who present themselves, let's say, for instance, if a person was in the United States and they were deported back to Haiti, let's be careful those persons who are getting on that Bahamas Air flight that goes into Port-au-Prince, into the north of Haiti. And that's why I think Bahamas Air needs to now consider canceling all flights into Haiti. You see, the American airline was shot up just yesterday.
Yes, that's correct.
You know, we are playing a very serious and a very dangerous game.
Yes.
And I don't know what it is that the Haitians have on Fred Mitchell that he's so accommodating.
Well, all you have to do is look at the record of this particular personality. See, that's what I keep saying to people. Listen to what the particular personality has said.
I don't know what it is that they have on the Prime Minister that he is just following so blindly. I mean, you look at all of Turks and Caicos, they have done what needs to be done in order to protect their border, but we are the only ones who are welcoming them with open arms and not trying to do anything.
Yes, ma'am.
I am going to hang up and listen to the commentary.
Well, good. That's an excellent comment that she made. And, I'm going to comment on it later because Brother highlights the floor now.
You know, it's interesting that once again, we find ourselves pointing to the Turks and Caicos Islands. I think it's very interesting that the lady pointed out that right to our south,
she's very
many countries are simply standing up for their sovereign rights.
Yes.
Nobody's doing anything that is, you could say unconstitutional or unhumanitarian. You know, Mr. Roll has warned us that there are certain interest groups out there that are going to come and say, what about human rights?
Yes.
You know,
he said
what about the sovereign rights of the Bahamian people? That comes first.
That's priority.
That's it.
The whole world. And what we got is a joke. France trying to get rid 2 million. And so, millions.
The Dominican Republic said 10,000 per week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Per week. And they've already started.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, we have a call on the line. Caller, you're live on here. Go ahead, please. Caller, you there? Caller, you're on the line now. Go ahead, please.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Good day.
A pleasant good day to you, to all of you.
Good day.
Yes, sir.
Good day, sir.
Good day to you, Suso.
But as I sit here and listen, we have a very, very dangerous things happening in our country.
Okay.
For example, for every Bahamian presently, there are 162 Haitians.
I hear that, caller. That might be an exaggeration, but anyhow, go ahead.
Every Bahamian.
I think I understand what you're trying to say.
Maybe not in country. He means in existence.
But we got other nationals here too. We won't get rid of all of them if they ain't right.
Yeah, go ahead, caller. Make your comment.
And because of this, we are in a quagmire.
Okay.
We must, at all instances, as Professor says, take charge of this land.
Yes.
We can no longer be pussyfooting around, pardon my French. But we have to do what we must do in order to save the generation behind us.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Yeah.
We have done it like Sidney Walter McCartney. I'm 76. I have done my part. I intend to do more as I live. For how long, I don't know.
Yes, sir.
But what is right ought to be honored, ought to be fair, and we must remember our children.
Yes.
We cannot abandon them.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
It's like a virgin territory. It is new to them. They're searching for answers.
Of course.
So please provide it to them.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your time.
Oh, thank you, caller.
Yes, sir.
Interesting conversation.
Thank you for your contribution.
Thank you very much, Brother Hyler. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just read a text coming in from Grand Bahama.
Yes.
It says, good talk show again, Sir Sidney. The issues facing the Bahamian people daily are, again, justice for the Bahamas. But why are our leaders and politicians taking advantage of us? Why?
Good question.
From Grand Bahama, we are listening. Another text says, they, meaning foreigners, are bolder than before.
Yes.
Now that they're showing up, they are bolder than ever. That's what that's what the text message is saying.
Okay.
On to Facebook. It's one message says our Constitution is on our side and will win the fight.
Yes.
I'm sure. So all we have to do is stick with
the course.
Constitution.
Stay the course, yeah.
New World Order and the same career politicians, and it would change, like nothing would change under them. It's a real shift. Then we have here, there's no honor in Davis. So you meet it both times. We don't believe in anything that Davis or the Barbados Prime Minister gave.
That's Mia Motley.
Yeah, Mia Motley.
Yeah.
That's basically it. Basically it.
Yeah.
That call, it says the caller is so right. The caller before the last call,
Yes.
I believe.
Yeah.
You know, right? We have a very serious situation because it is being downplayed. This is not normal.
It is not.
You have a crisis. You're not
Serious
communicating to the Bahamian people.
No, he's not.
In different areas, we have an immigration crisis. Yet we know how. I mean, in America, in Great Britain, anytime you have a crisis, you hear from the person responsible.
Right.
They come forward on a regular basis. They say, "This is what's happening. This is our position."
Yes.
They work for the Bahamian people.
That is
but our
correct.
leaders have abdicated their responsibility.
Okay.
They don't feel like they have a need to communicate with the Bahamian people.
Yes.
They are not communicating. So we have immigration. We have over in national security.
Yes.
With the police situation, we heard, well, we won't be commenting on the investigation any further.
Yes.
So this is a around the board. This is across the board. This is being done to the Bahamian people, and it's not fair. It's not right. The Bahamian people deserve more than this. We want to hear what's happening. We want to hear your plan. We want to know where we stand. We're talking about national security. We're talking about our safety.
Yes.
Our women, our children, our future.
Kids of the future.
You know?
Yeah.
So we have a call.
Oh, we have a
Sydney,
call.
yes.
Oh, I didn't get to call you live on air. Go ahead, please.
Yes, good afternoon, Professor.
Yes, ma'am. Good
Yes.
afternoon. Yes.
Good day.
Good day.
I will tell you, you will never hear Mr. Davis stand up and say that we have an immigration problem.
Okay.
He'll never do it,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
We have Mr. Sears, who's in charge of immigration,
Yes, he is.
and it has been said that he's like one of the top constitutional lawyers in the country.
Yes.
Therefore, he knows the position that our country is in.
Okay.
But every time you hear from Mr. Davis, it's about Haiti,
Yes.
Haiti.
Yes, ma'am.
This man, between him and Mr. Mitchell, they call out Haiti more than they call any other country in the world.
Yes, ma'am.
He don't even speak about the Bahamas as much as he speak about Haiti.
Okay.
Mr. Davis has no interest in setting things straight for the Bahamian people.
Yes, ma'am.
We need Mr. Davis to be out of office. I have no confidence in him. He has failed our country and our people.
Yes, ma'am.
He don't believe he needs to answer questions. He won't come and give an open forum where you could just ask whatever question that you want.
Yes, ma'am.
Him and Mr. Mitchell is under the impression that they don't need to talk to us.
Okay.
They don't want to hear our concerns. But they're going to come around next year with the little $50 and the little ham or whatever else they're going to give out. But I'm going to say to the Bahamian people, take whatever they're giving to you because that's yours anyhow. And vote them out.
Yes, ma'am.
Every one of them. Because they're not standing up. No MP has stand up and said anything about this immigration problem.
Yes, ma'am.
I am very impressed with Mr. Trump. Send them home. God has given everybody their country.
Exactly.
Let them go home and fix it.
Yes.
Yes.
We have enough. We are overrun by the Africans, the Haitians, the
There we go.
Jamaicans,
Mixed culture.
the deport. I mean, we're overrun by everybody.
Yes, ma'am.
We want them all gone.
Well, there's a remedy for
All.
that. There's a remedy for that.
Okay.
They need to get on it.
Yes, ma'am.
I like to make a
Bahamians
comment.
are tired. We're fed up.
Okay. Just hold on, Brother Rowe.
With second-class citizens in our own country.
Second class citizens.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Mr. Producer, what I want you to do is prepare that tape for me.
Yeah.
And when you have it ready, I'm going to ask you to play it for me. Brother Rowe, go ahead.
Yes. Okay. See, one thing I want to do is be fair, because when people only watching the news commercially and domestically, they comment on that.
Yeah.
Now, at the United Nations General Assembly, every Bahamian should watch that. But we only do highlight on Channel 12. It's 192 nations goes to United Nations General Assembly.
Okay.
I don't know why we don't run it on ZNS, Channel 12, Wendell Jones, or whatever.
Yes.
Because every nation want to know what their leader going to say to the world.
Yes.
Okay? Now, like I said before, first time Brave Davis went, he told America take their foot off Cuba neck. That was big because we bring the Cuba into the CARICOM when the prime minister was the president. It's the first time we have a sitting prime minister. It's not the president of CARICOM. It was passed down to Ms. Maudley doing the pressure from the U.S. more than likely. All right? But now, the second time he go back, he says, white nations got to respect black nation and Ms. Maudley. Yeah. The last time, what he done something good. But now he got to follow up with it. If the prime minister, along with Ms. Maudley, get the international body to get peace troopers over there now, trying to help govern Haiti.
Yes.
So if you're doing that, it look like you're awakened on stabilizing Haiti so the Haitians don't come here. But for some reason, look like they're awakened. But you give him credit for being the one to get the United Nations in there. But now you got to deal with things domestically. Domestically, yeah.
You know, Paul, sadly enough, right? It seems like Miss Maudley is a stronger leader, number one, more passionate about the people. Miss Maudley got up in the United Nations and say somebody need to stand up to Israel. We support Israel as a nation, but we cannot support the unchecked war, the limitless war.
Yeah, right.
It's like they are going on the ground in many nations. Miss Maudley got up and said, we need peace and rule from a place of peace.
Yeah.
And she's the only one they got up and they clapped up, whatever the case is. We have to leave it there for now. But our prime minister has not spoken up for Cuba, has not spoken up for
No, he's spoken up
Bahamians.
for Cuba.
Well,
He need to speak up more.
He needs to speak
for
up more.
Bahamians, but he did it twice for Cuba.
Well, there's no power in Cuba right now. It's no power. And the U.S. is still saying, is warning people not to do business with Cuba.
No,
that's
that's over.
We're gonna have to go to a break, gentlemen, because I'm hearing the music. This is Professor Sidney MacArthur, Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network. The lines are open 326-0271, 326-0272, 813-0271. And of course, we're on 974 Cable Bahamas. We're on Facebook with Global. We're on Global YouTube and some other channels in there. This is Professor Sidney MacArthur, Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network, 99.5 FM. We'll be back after the break.
Express Yourself Live will return right after this.
Fall is here, and so are the incredible advertising deals at Global 99.5 FM. Whether you're launching a new product, promoting holiday sales, or just want to get your brand out there, we've got you covered with unbeatable rates this season. Reach thousands of potential customers and boost your business before the holidays hit. Call 326-0271 or just email sales@globalradio995fm.com to learn more about our fall advertising promotions. Global 99.5 FM, reaching customers wherever they are for your success.
As we celebrate the season of Thanksgiving, Variety Disposable Products would like to wish you and yours a very blessed Thanksgiving season. Throughout the month of November, Variety Disposable will donate to Hands for Hunger and invite you to do the same. Variety is stocked with all of your essentials, such as food and cake trays, stuffing, seasonings, foil pans, and oval pans for your ham and turkey. Visit Variety Disposable Products located on Faith Avenue and Soldier Road, or call us at 341-9010 or 325-7071.
Whether you're shopping for Mother's Day, Father's Day, back to school, or any occasion for that matter, you are sure to find exactly what you're looking for at the Brass and Leather Shops. Great products like handbags, wallets, backpacks, luggage, belts, shoes, and more are awaiting you. Brand names at the best quality and reasonable prices. Land, Rioni, Kipling, Guess, Travel Light, Herschel, and more. Shop any of our locations. Downtown Charlotte Street, Mall at Marathon, and also the luggage store at Palmdale. Be sure to shop Brass and Leather Shops. You'll be glad you did.
Nassau Motor Company knows that finding the right part for your car is important. That's why you can count on us to give you a quality AC Delco part, like maintenance-free batteries for quicker starts and pressure-tested water pumps for years of smooth operation. AC Delco parts are made to strict GM specifications and fit most cars and trucks in the Bahamas. Nassau Motor Company, AC Delco, and you, a winning combination.
Yes, Bahamian shoppers know when times are hard and things are tough, it's more sensible and convenient to shop at YK's Fashion Center. YK's has slashed prices on brand name clothing and shoes by up to 50%, including academics, Clarks, polo, and hundreds of jeans and dicky pants. And as much as 70% on selected items. Choose from a large selection of beds, sheets, rugs, and towels, all at affordable prices. YK's in 3 locations to serve you: Bahama Avenue, Prince Charles, and East Street South near the Sir Charles Hotel. YK's, where you can afford to look good.
This Thanksgiving, treat yourself to a delicious feast at the Cricket Club. Enjoy our holiday lunch special featuring glazed ham, roasted turkey, seafood stuffing, and a variety of classic sides like peas and rice, crab and rice, coleslaw, mac and cheese, and more. Top it off with your choice of dessert: carrot, chocolate, or cheesecake, all for just $28. Or indulge in our seafood platter with steak and shrimp, mahi-mahi and shrimp, served with your favorite sides and dessert for only $31. Join us at the Cricket Club, located Haynes Oval, West Bay Street. Call 326-4720 to reserve your spot today.
From Cable Beach to Montague, it's your chance to join the discussion of today's issue. Let your voice be heard. Speak your mind and express yourself. Call in and participate at 326-0271 or 326-0272. WhatsApp us your concerns on 809-2310. Follow us live on Facebook and globalradio99.5fm.com. Express yourself.
This is Professor Sidney MacArthur Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network 99.5 FM. The lines are open: 326-0271, 326-0272, 813 0271. Bahamians, we have some very interesting discussion going on during the break, and we want you to call in and express yourself. There's something else you have to do, though. Rather than just expressing yourself, there's some action that you need to take, because Bahamians, we have to be well organized to be able to take appropriate action that is essential to save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. So we have to move very quickly to do that. I believe we have a call on the line. Call you live on air. Go ahead, please.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes,
Good
ma'am.
afternoon to the nation.
Yes, ma'am.
Listen, as far as I'm concerned, I'm voting for anyone who's dealing with immigration and illegal immigration. Other than that, I am not voting for anybody. And I also want them to deal with this high inflation.
Yes, ma'am.
Just like the United States, I thank God for Donald Trump.
Yes, ma'am.
As a matter of fact, if Donald Trump didn't win the election in the United States, I would have said, I thought I would have felt sorry for the United States. It would have gone right down the drain.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand me? And the same thing is happening here.
Yes.
Somebody got to deal with the hard topics.
Yes.
You understand me? The situation is out of hand.
Yes, ma'am.
And why they keep turning a blind eye to this?
That's a
It's
good question.
overwhelming. They must do something with immigration and illegal immigration.
Yes, ma'am.
That's affecting every aspect of our economy.
Every aspect
Why
of our
can't
lives.
they see this?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm tired of all these people coming into power. They ain't doing nothing about the situation.
Yes, ma'am.
Deal with the hard topics.
Yes.
Their leaders. Take control of the situation. Don't let the situation control you.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't you see it's killing us?
Yes.
Come on. I'm voting for anybody who could deal with immigration. That's it. That's the bottom line.
That's it.
Immigration, legal immigration. That's
Legal
the
immigration.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your comments. Now, gentlemen, she said a lot because I got a comment on that too. Before we do that, I have a tape on Bahamians. I want you to listen to the tape. I'm going to ask my guests after it's played. I'm going to ask them to comment on it, and then we'll go forward with the tape. Mr. Producer, please put the tape on. Okay, all right. My producer's going to bring the tape on.
You can let the listeners know what they're about to hear. You can describe it and then play it.
Yes, we can. A tape that was made some time ago. I just happened to get it recently. And it has to do with the current prime minister. The person who became prime minister was leader of the opposition at that time. Made some cryptic remarks. And Bahamians, you just forget what people say from time to time. That's why I keep saying to you, listen to what your leaders say. At that time, he was leader of the opposition. All right? Now, that particular personality today is Prime Minister and Minister of Finance. So as soon as the producer has it ready, we will play it. Go ahead, Brother Hyland.
He's ready now.
Oh, he's ready now? Mr.
He's
Producer,
ready
go
now.
ahead. Okay.
Let me just say that I have always been a part of this community. And there's no accident I know how to do all the dancing. Because I always be and share with you. Because you are me and I am you. And I'll be here with you always. And those who knew me from the past and know me now, they always knew that I was there and always been there for you. I don't call you all are not Haitians, Bahamians. You are Bahamian, and your origin is Haitian. Mine too, and many of us. Mine too, and many of us. Mine too, and many of us. We have to stay apart for now so we can be together later. You know now.
Bahamians, you have heard it. I believe we have a call on the line, Mr. Producer. Okay, all right. Gentlemen, you heard what the leader of the opposition at that time, now Prime Minister, and you see what has transpired from that point right up to now. Go ahead, Brother Hyland.
You know, this amounts to treason, in my humble opinion. No one is saying you do not help your neighbor. No one is saying that. No one is saying you do not assist. But when you're talking about massive amounts of passports and citizenship handed over, whether or not it's for voters block, more and more people are believing now that because they have failed the Bahamian people, they have now turned to another community that they can get votes. Is that what it's come to? More votes? What about the sovereignty of the nation? What about the inheritance? We, the inheritors. We cannot go into another nation and carry out what is happening here in our nation right now. We cannot go to China. China has policies. You cannot do in China what Chinese are doing in the Bahamas.
That's right.
We cannot do, Bahamians cannot do in Haiti what is happening in the Bahamas right now. We cannot do it.
In America, they dictate to our country, if you go there and slip, you need another black host nigga, whether it's leader or not.
We cannot go to America and have our way.
They deporting everybody over there now.
No, so all we're talking about is the leaders of the Bahamas, the prime minister, the minister of national security. We are not hearing anything from these individuals.
And the Minister of Immigration.
Immigration, foreign affairs,
Yes.
is a silence among the trio. Silence. So what is going on? I don't think it's right. I don't think the Bahamian people should stand for it. I think it's wrong. I don't think there's enough opposition. I don't think Mr. Pintal has been strong enough in opposing what is happening. And I think the Bahamian people are not being well represented. Not well represented in the area of immigration. That's my view. I have more to say, but I want to.
I'm going to let Paul come on. I think we have a caller. Okay. Caller, you're live on air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Professor, what's going on?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Hi, love. What's happening?
Hey, good day, young man.
And the poor people defend on who in the heart. Everything blessed?
Everything blessed, man.
All right. Let me tell you something. That even playing that runs, that, that gets your blood pumping. You see what I'm saying? And I over this side.
Yes, sir.
I over this side.
Very serious.
And of course, when I called him the last time, I can be on that trip when Trump sent us out too. Trump sending everybody out. I be him and I in school and I can have to reapply. But let me tell you something what I say. They silent as alarm because they know there's laws where they break. They know there's laws where they break. And let me tell you why I say Pintard them you know better. He over there talking all type of little propaganda. Look at his hometown, what he's representing. My hometown, Freeport, what in shambles. You understand? And everywhere you look, there's a foreigner. Next, they busting them in. I talking about by the thousands in Freeport. You understand? The Haitians, they don't want us because guess what? When we was growing up, they keep talking fool, but we don't want to do this job and we don't want. My parents didn't send me to school to say to go push this and go do that. They sent us to school to better us. You understand what I'm trying to say? And plus, we know the value of money. We ain't gonna just wait because you say, okay, this is a job and be silent and then go away. You understand what I'm trying to say? You can sit with a community and talk, but stop or say, what that is you even saying to me? You feel what I say? You talking to another community. You was a leader now, you talking to another community. The other day, y'all hear what happened to the plane with land inside Haiti? That gets shot up. So why are they still going there?
Yeah, the spirit.
What is our obsession with Haitian people? You understand what I'm trying to say? What is the obsession with that? Why we can't play? You trying to say we'll do anything for money? Even though it's the destruction of a nation? That's what I'm asking everybody. Everybody even got to ask themselves, we'll do anything. You trying to say we have our doors open, we welcome whatever Donald Trump can send out the country back in DACA, and we just can welcome, go nitty gritty because you trying to grow a population, but you ain't growing it the right way. I'm younger than everybody who's sitting down in that room, but I ain't ignorant to the fact of what's going on behind me. When I see elders talking, I shut up and I listen. Anywhere where sense come from, I hold on to it and I cling on to it. Anywhere where somebody could show me the light, I walk to that. You catch what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
But there's order to these type of things. And when you hear a person was supposed to be leading you, you think we stupid? If I see I can crash the wall, you don't think even though you come before me, you're supposed to be smart. You don't think I can say, hey, take the brakes, apply the brakes because the wall right there, even if you don't see it. I amongst these people. Anybody answering the question, when the Haitians them come, let me show you what I don't understand. When they come, right? And Haitians calling Haitians over there. So when they bring these ones over here, they get land. We ain't assure it to them. They ain't get it through legal ways, but they hop on a land. Then they get a job. They hop on a job. The people, there's no consequences. So I say even you could get ideas from bad people. Everybody want to call Trump bad, but let's sit down and see what he's saying. You understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah. For the whites, them who hire the behemoth, why I have to pay for their repatriation when I didn't cost the mess? Let the workers, them who bring them in. And how come the immigration ain't getting investigated? We hopping over and saying, oh, the Haitians, let's put some heat on the immigration from the head, go straight down. You challenge them if they know the Constitution. And then challenge them to see what how much passport they dish out and how much, because if they don't know something, how they could make me understand this. If you don't know 1 and 1 is 2, how you get the position where you is?
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. We question. We could put heat on the immigration officers. Explosive. Why none of them want to come on your show? I issue a challenge to the immigration leader to come on the show one-on-one with Hilo, with the Thor, the Avengers who sitting around at the table, plus the callers. And let's see how much he know, if he know what he's doing. That's what we should issue. Because, the Prime Minister said they ain't coming. They issue the problem. Trump get ideas where if you bring them into this country, right, and they working, how come the immigration don't know where they living? How come we don't know they living, but they coming from Haiti with their permits inside their hand? And which world that has happened? You understand? Did you not hear? I keep saying the vice president, Trump vice president. You hear how he talk about the Bahamas? And I over there, how you think I can feel? I can sit up with my hand. The only thing people be talking about when they say the Bahamas, everything lawless. Or you could go, I hear you all could drink when you're 13, 14. Where you hear that from? I hear you could drive for this. Where you hear that from? That's all I keep saying. You know what I mean? I hear I could come over there and make millions and I don't have to go through this. Why everybody who come to the Bahamas, if they want to invest, why they have to meet with politicians? Why everything the politicians got to be around and stuff like that? If immigration bordering your people, I could care too less how the other people feel. Because if I go in Haiti, number one, you think they care about my feelings? You understand what I'm trying to say? I'm an immigrant in their country. Yeah. I have no feelings towards nobody who are trying to destroy me and my family. I listen around educated men. Every day I listen to you all. You see? And I could respect the gentleman's view because he opened it in my eyes with other things. But I could sit around and listen to sense all day. Why nobody from the politician side to come and grab you all and say, if they don't know, you don't know.
That's right.
Yeah. You understand what I'm trying to say? But don't destroy me for your ignorance.
Yeah.
They multiply daily. Ignorance multiply daily, and that could be the destruction to me. You come over here, you ain't have no rights, you born children. Your children should have no pathway because you break our law. Then your children turn around because they was isolated only with you. That's how they get to speak my language because now you spending my money. I over here in America, everything I do, I got to spend money. But in the Bahamas, you go to school free. You go to
you can't do that in America.
Medical center free.
You can't do that in America.
Disaster happen, the government come and flee to you all and give you all that free. And you want, and the list go on, everything free. And then they children grow up and come back and look inside your face. I remember when I was there, you doing better than me, and whatever y'all get paid cash. Then the prime minister wants turn around and talk about, oh, we got to have. I don't have to have nothing for nobody. I'm a grown man with children, and I got my all upstairs. My son soon get ready to vote, and you think I ain't gonna sit back down and tell him what's going on? Well, Professor, good. You keep the fire burning, man, Mr. Hilo. You keep spitting your venom. And for the gentleman who I don't know, I just come.
Paul Roll.
You Paul Roll. You keep lifting your
foreign affairs.
Travel to the sky and let the thunder come down on them. I don't need stuff because we, the poor people who sitting back under the tree, we got the radio loud.
Yes. Okay.
We have the radio loud. So when your voice comes, it spread like a venom.
Okay.
You see what I said? And I mean that. And I can leave you all on this way. And for the life of me, I always say it's 100% letter boy. I represent the Bahamas to the fullest. I in Atlanta and I don't care. All I'm saying is there's a lot you can learn from Trump because he ain't in power. And he got people over here frightened. I legal and I still saying, Jesus, if I want, if I can be here.
Yeah, but thank you.
And I here legally to school. So I'm saying to all of my Bahamian people, man, don't mind. I also say something, boy. You know that like the LBGQ, whatever they call themselves now, all this noise they making, right? Yes, but if you listen good, they still the minority. We still the majority. The majority of people still is heterosexual. We still believe in God. We still love country.
Yes.
Okay, Carla.
The ones with rumbling, the ones with like who gone in these places and trying to gather votes. See, they say they're trying to gather, but we already there. We still the majority.
Thank you, Carla. Thank you, Carla, for your contribution. Thank you very much. We appreciate what you were saying. Now, before we go any further, I want people, we played that tape, listen to the words of the particular personality, what that person said back then, and what has transpired from that point right on up to now. That is what I want you who are calling into the show. That's why we played the tape. Yeah. I always tell you what your leaders, listen to what your leaders say and watch what they do.
Yeah.
That's why the tape was played.
Yeah.
But see, I listened very carefully. I've heard it several times now, and I made it in my mental psyche. Every single thing that particular person said to those Haitian people. Talk about their Bahamians. Give me a break, man. What the heck are you talking about? Anyhow, Paul, your time to speak. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You want to read something for him, Zyla?
Yeah, let me read this and then you continue. Okay. A text came in. It says, "Good afternoon." It says that guy changed the law, meaning the leaders. They changed the law for fathers to be able to sign for their foreign children without no DNA test to prove that the father actually fathered the child. I knew from then he was for the Haitians. I start seeing more passports being issued left and right. He is making it easier for them every chance he gets.
Okay, let me just say this. What is written in Article 6 of the Constitution?
I know you know.
The Bahamian person, the fathers in particular, who may have relations with a foreign woman, the child born where? In the Bahamas. The Constitution is very specific and very clear. It could be the mother or the father. Either one of them, the parent of that particular child, the child born in the Bahamas, single father. And at the time the child being born, the father is Bahamian. The child born in the Bahamas, not outside the Bahamas, let's get that straight now. In the Bahamas, the law has not changed. That child is a Bahamian citizen. That's what Article 6 says. So I'm not against that at all. But now, I don't understand how the government is dealing with that particular ruling. The Privy Council said to them, follow the law. The law does not change in any way, shape, or form. They were doing some other things at that particular time. But they were taken before the court. The Privy Council ruled, follow the law. They didn't add anything. They didn't take anything away from it. They just told the government, follow the law.
Okay.
Go ahead, Brother Paul.
Okay, yeah. And Mr. Thompson, I would never challenge you on the legal technicality, our law, our judiciary, because that's your cup of tea. But what I want to say is, didn't they have to make a decision between 17 and 18, whether you want to be dual or you got to become the citizen? Please highlight.
Okay, that's a different kettle of fish altogether.
Yeah.
Here is a father, a Bahamian father, having a relationship with a foreign mother.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The child born where? In the Bahamas. That is specifically outlined in the Constitution.
Mm.
The question was, they were probably having them wait until they turn 18. But now the Privy Council has ruled that that is wrong. At the time the child born in the Bahamas, that child is a Bahamian citizen, period. That's it.
Okay, so this is why.
Now, the other one that speaks to Article 7, persons who have children in the Bahamas, neither of who is a citizen. That's a whole different kettle of fish altogether.
Okay.
That's a totally different matter. They can apply. Not that they actually qualify. They can apply before they turn 18.
That do mean they could be denied too.
They could be denied, yes. Because the Article 7.1 and 7.2 speaks to that specifically.
Okay.
Okay? So that is what we need to understand. So there's a difference between Article 6 and Article 7.
Okay. I got it. I got it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got something pressing, Ms. Isla? Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to, you get your point. I just wanted to report what's happening in Haiti as of yesterday.
Report them. Go ahead, report it.
Okay. It is important that we understand and that we know. I wanted to say to the Bahamian people that there's a changing of the guard in Haiti right now, where there is a transitional presidential council that was established in April of 2024. The person who was appointed is Mr. Gary Conneal, He was the prime minister. But on Sunday, he was fired. On Sunday, the council fired the prime minister and appointed a new prime minister, taking immediate effect. So as of yesterday, Haiti has a new prime minister, Mr. Alex Didier Fils-Ami, a businessman, former leader in the Chamber of Commerce. He's a community businessman owning a chain of dry cleaners in Haiti, and he's taken over the reins. The last prime minister was, I believe he may have been seen as, he was outside of the country for over 10 years. He worked with UNICEF. He's a leader in UNICEF. So he is seen as Europeanized, you know what I mean?
He don't have the feel.
The feel.
He's not on the ground.
On the ground and the common touch.
Yeah.
He's like seen as an outsider.
Yeah.
And what may have triggered this too, he was making trips to Washington ball.
Oh, yeah. Too much being dictated too.
Okay, so as a politics specialist from your side, that's not a good look.
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 Going into Washington holding meetings, and then coming back into Haiti as a prime minister.
Yeah.
You're seeing as you just doing what the foreigner wants you to do.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say that.
Okay, let me. The young man in Ohio, I want to.
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
I feel his pain.
Oh yeah.
And he already accept the fact that he's going to be kicked out the country. But my knowledge teaches me that our government could prevent that.
Okay. Understand.
This is why, the comment you play earlier, I totally disappointed because I'm descended from Cat Island, like Mr. Bravis is too, right? But sometimes you gotta look for balance. This is international and domestic and commercial. But on the international stage, he's great, but he need to deal with issues. And I guess I'll talk with that young man when we come back because Mr. Constitute got his hand up, and that mean break.
Yeah, we're hearing the music.
Let me just say finally too, Davis need them votes. Somebody was saying earlier, he need the votes, so he may just let them come back here and hand them their voters' cards.
Hell no. Okay. This is Professor Sidney MacArthur, Walter Thompson. We have a very interesting conversation here in the studio. The lines are open 326-0271, 326-0272, 813-0271. We'll be back after the break.
Express Yourself Live will return right after this.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island, a November to remember sale starting at $150 per night plus taxes and fees. For single or double occupancy, receive a fourth night free with 3 paid nights. Limited inventory available and blackout date supply. Advance booking is required. We're offering free food and beverage credit up to $50 based on your length of stay. Redeemable at our Crusoe's restaurant and Splash Pool bar. VAT and gratuity is not included. All guests of Comfort Suites enjoy complimentary use of Atlantis, including Aquaventure Water Park, daily complimentary full American buffet breakfast, free Wi-Fi, free parking, kids 11 and under stay free in the room with a parent and eat free at Crusoe's restaurant with each paying adult. Call us today at 605-6300 or 363-3680 or WhatsApp us at 55-SUITE. That's 557-8483. Offer valid through November 18th, 2024. Comfort Suites Paradise Island, offering comforting days and sweet nights.
At Audio Plus, we carry a large selection of DJ and audio products like speakers, mixers, microphones, car audio players, and much more. You can also find a wide selection of musical instruments like marching drums, Junkanoo drums in a wide variety of colors, trumpets, clarinets, trombones, Yamaha keyboards, and Fender guitars at special low prices. Visit Audio Plus on Soldier Road, located in the K-Rees Plaza, open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday Monday through Saturday. Phone number 394-6668. Audio Plus, your #1 music store.
Great news. Ron's Electric Motors' new location on Cowpen Road, right next to Island Luck, is open Saturdays and Sundays. So for those needing repairs on electric motors, generators, welding machines, water pumps, battery chargers, electric lifts, transformers, and power tools, Ron's Cowpen Road location can have you up and running on weekends. Don't forget, you can still visit Ron's Electric Motors on Wolf Road and Claridge Road, and now Ron's new location on Cowpen Road. Dial 356-0249 or 323-5267.
Limbo. Oh.
Man, what you doing way down there on the ground with that limbo stick?
Well, I was in a competition with Bahamas Liquidation and Auction Center. Their price is so low. I want to see if I could go even lower.
You should know better than that. Bahamas Liquidation and Auction Center has general quality merchandise, furniture, homewares, and groceries, but their prices can't be beat. No one has better quality with lower prices. Come to think of it, I need to get there right now to catch those low prices. See ya.
Wait. You can't help me up? Oh, boy. That's Bahamas Liquidation and Auction Center on Marquis Street. Good buys at low prices.
Here we go now. How low can we go? Come on. Here we go now. How low can we go?
Steve Harvey here from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Everybody knows that I love to chill out with great music. There's only one place you can get this. Tonight at 7 p.m.
As soon as you clock off from work, make sure you lock right into me. I'm Liddy Green from The Quiet Storm, inviting you to come on over. I've got all of that R&B ear candy that you love. Plus, we'll engage in conversations inside a confession of love and so much more. And you never know who's going to drop by. It's The Quiet Storm, all getting underway tonight, 7 o'clock, right here on Global 99.5. I'm Liddy Green from The Quiet Storm. Keep it moving.
From East Street to Blue Hill Road, it's your chance to join the discussion of today's issue. Let your voice be heard. Speak your mind and express yourself. Call in and participate at 326-0271 or 326-0272. WhatsApp us your concerns on 809-2310. Follow us live on Facebook and globalradio99.5fm.com. Express yourself.
This is Professor Sidney MacArthur Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network 99.5 FM. This is a great day to be in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. But Bahamians, we have some serious issues we must deal with. You heard the tape. We want you to comment on that tape. Call 326-0271, 326-0272, 813-0271. Bahamians, you have to listen to what your leaders are saying. Take it very seriously. I listen to that and I note every single word that particular individual said. Because you listen from that time up to now, and you see what is going on in your country. What we are having now is we have a crisis in our country, a very serious one that could damage the very reputation of our nation. If we do not act on it, Bahamians, we have a constitutional mandate to act on what the man said. And we can see now in which direction he is going. The evidence is all around you, right in your face, Bahamians. This is not no hearsay. These are hardcore facts. And you have to understand that, because there is a remedy for this. We'll deal with that. Brother Paul, go ahead.
Yes. Okay. Quickly. You said Article 7 and what's the next one?
Article 6.
Article 6. All right. But I asked you the question and you made a very important distinction. You said specifically, if, and this ain't only Haitian, this could be white Americans.
Yes.
You know, we ain't gonna be prejudiced. Because I tell you, the Latinos is taking over too, the Chinese, we can go after all of them.
All of them, yeah.
Okay. But you said, if you are born by a Bahamian mother or father in Article 6,
yes,
you are Bahamian.
Yes.
But you say Article 7, Oh, that's a different category. Yeah, listen, if I'm wrong, correct me. You as the Constitution. You see, Article 7 says clearly, if your father pregnant a foreign woman, that individual got until he's 17, 18 to to apply. And if they don't, they're in trouble after that. Am I correct?
No. The point is, Article 7 deals with parents, the child born to parents of non-Bahamians. They're not Bahamians.
Yeah.
None of them are Bahamians.
So they could all get deported.
And they're born in the Bahamas.
They could all get deported.
The point is they have an opportunity at the age of, before they turn 18.
To apply.
Well,
But it's not automatic.
It's not automatic.
Let me get this again. Both of their parents is not.
No, listen carefully. The child born in the Bahamas, the non-Bahamians,
Yeah.
they are not automatically citizens of this country.
Oh, let me ask you that. Stop there for a minute. So could they be deported?
The point is that they have an opportunity because remember now, they take the nationality of their parents. Say, for example, like Haitians, they're Haitians.
That's
whatever
what I'm
country
saying.
it is.
Yeah.
So they have an opportunity at the age before they turn 19. But at 18, they can apply. But before they turn 19.
Do you know, if I understand correctly, we're more lenient and more human
On
than
the
America?
planet. Of course.
Because the Americans separate kids at the border. Some kids die and all. And long as you weren't born there, you both, and Trump could deport parents and mother and daddy if they ain't born there.
The difference, Mr. Roll, they have a law. They follow the law.
Yeah.
They have a law.
So
they carry the law
So
out.
what I'm saying to you, Mr. Thompson, maybe we got to legislate some laws or we got to tweak that law. If America could do it, who's the world of freedom for all, and we
The land of liberty.
liberty, and we giving more on them, it got to be crazy.
Well, there's more liberty here.
That's why Article 7 of the being added. Something is wrong with that.
Now, I'm not going to dispute that at all.
Yeah.
Because some things in the Constitution need to be changed.
That gotta
it
be
can
changed.
only be changed by a referendum.
Now, I wanna say something, but our good Bahamian friend, young man who got into school, and he said he wanted to say the vice president is J.D. Vance.
Yes.
He's a racist, a fascist, just like Trump. But Trump still, I like him for his pro-life on abortion. I like him with this gay initiative. He said that the hell with that. He changing all of that. So he got some qualities, right? But I don't like his attitude towards the Bahamas. Another Caribbean can call him shit ass. Also, I mean,
we apologize for that.
We
Just
apologize
hold
for
it down
that.
on
Yeah, the asshole countries and all that stuff. But talking back to our friend from Atlanta, I would use him because I like him. He know that they probably listen to him. He don't care. He's ready to come home. That's a sensible Bahamian. But this is when the government have to intervene. That's the black man. All right? We know you are a racist country, America. You don't like black people. You take advantage of that. But he is a Bahamian. Understand who he is. He is from the land that God lived. And God gave us something that you need. Be careful how you trade waters with Bahamians. I like him. If he could keep this alive, I would support him straight in the front of that embassy if it's necessary and do a large demonstration. What need to happen is, you understand what happens. The other day in Ukraine, the man in charge of national affairs, his name is John Kirby, Kirby. Ukraine had 60 million people. They say they look like us, blonde eye and blue eyes. If I think it was 10 million, he just bring them in, give them citizenship. All important about them is they white. Ukraine can't do nothing to America. Every Bahamian life is in danger for America. With their embassy, with their base in Andres, Russia can hit that. If Russia hit that, we all die. if somebody attacked the embassy for some reason, I'm not wishing that. We could all die. And for our airspace and our coastal line, we let America control our coastal line and our airspace. They're supposed to be $1 million a year. I said to you, the Diagler, along with Hubert Minnis, signed for $1 million a year for 10 years. They laugh at them as monkeys. But everything is still there. You can't change what God give us, our geographic location. Young man like him, another 30,000 Bahamians over there to school. If you touch one of them, like Perry Christie said, carry your satellite. All right? Carry your Arctic base. And we can tell you, get out our airspace and get our coastal. We don't want that, but come to the table.
Okay.
We have the power.
All right, Brother Hyla, go ahead.
You know, yeah, I want to shift to the labor movement situation.
Okay.
It seems like a strike is coming, Professor. I just wanted to report on that and show some support. I do have some mixed feelings, but let me report this. Mr. O.B. Ferguson of the Trade Union Congress told the Tribune that this coming Saturday, they are meeting at the Stapleton Gardens Trinity Hall between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. for a conclave to decide the precise time, and I quote, the precise time when these strikes are to take effect. See, they already took a strike vote, and they're looking for a strike strategy now. Industrial relations, he's saying, is very, very fragile. And he warned, enough is enough. He's also saying that they have displeasure with unresolved grievances involving multiple unions and the government. See, this is the opposite of what you were saying. Are the people rejoicing? That's what you keep asking,
Yes,
right?
I did,
Because
yeah.
this don't sound like rejoicing to me.
No, it's nothing at all.
He's expressing unhappiness that several key terms from the Memorandum of Understanding signed between the PLP and the two major umbrella union bodies prior to the September 2021 general election, they still remain unfulfilled. So Mr. Ferguson is saying that even with the pension fund, retirement savings have yet to be implemented, and argued that the Trade Union Congress cannot allow the government to deviate or unilaterally change what both parties had agreed to prior to the election.
Yes.
So this is very deep, very concerning, very serious.
Yes, that's true.
He is pledging not to permit anybody to interfere with or undermine the trade union movement's commitment to what he described as the best interests of thousands of Bahamian workers.
Yeah.
And he called, he said, it's ludicrous suggestions that the Trade Union Congress wanted a substantial minimum wage hike and a livable wage to be implemented overnight. Because, they're being accused of just wanting more money. And he's saying that's not it. There are things that they agreed to that they want to have resolved. Yeah. So you're talking about Bahamas Customs, immigration, allied workers unions. They recently held their own strike polls, with the president saying he was now awaiting receipt of the formal certificate, that's the strike certificate, paving the way for potential industrial action, while also identifying the unions representing nurses, junior doctors, straw vendors, NIB staff. They all have grievances as well. He also bemoans the Bahamas Hotel and Managerial Association inability to seal what he alleged was already or has already been agreed with the Lucayan Renewal Holdings, which is the government-owned special purpose vehicle that holds the Grand Lucayan Hotel. Supposed to pay middle members union some maybe $6,000 a piece with double increments. So these promises all around the place with all of these major unions. He says there's no Bahamas without the workers.
That's correct.
It's no matter. But now they're having a conclave, and it will be determined when these strikes will take effect. So that's the position. That's the position right now. So we're not talking about one union. We're talking about umbrella unions, many unions. And he said we are committed to the 230,000 plus Bahamian workers and will not allow anyone to interfere with that.
Well, I appreciate those strong sentiments, but I hope they will be successful in what they plan to this coming Saturday, I believe.
This coming Saturday.
Is that open to the media? I mean,
I don't know.
That's a closed session.
Well, they say conclave. So a conclave is a private meeting. So
well, I just want to be sure from him. If it's a private meeting, well, then that's a different kettle of fish.
Well, Professor, my view on that is I hope and I pray that Mr. Ferguson follows through with the will of the people. Okay. Let me be clear. If for some reason he pumps the brakes and stops the action, I hope the 230,000 workers push him straight forward. If you understand what I'm saying.
I understand you clearly, yes.
Because they've taken strike votes before, you know.
Yes, and they hadn't done that.
You see, the BPL union took a strike vote, you know.
Yes.
You see where they at right now?
Nowhere.
Nowhere. Less than nowhere.
Less than nowhere, yes.
Still being told we can wait till the ink dry on the paper.
That ain't dry yet.
It's not that you're talking about the union. Something clicked. When Mr. Christie was the prime minister, if back then I know Mr. Ferguson personally, I know that he wished he did go through with that because
from back then,
because the whole area industry was ready to shut down.
Yes,
and they called him. And they had a meeting with him. And he come back said the meeting was fruitful. The people still going out there, but not as massive. Then he come out and say, send y'all out there, I will do it. That was an opportunity to change his Bahamas forever.
Yeah.
And now he's trying to recreate that.
Right.
Sometime you don't let opportunity slide.
Right.
Now, I want to talk about something that Mr. Constitution could help me with. All right. We want to talk about what's happening out there as far as citizens not getting proper representation. Now,
what kind of representation now?
Any kind, across the board. When you got to go to the courts.
The court. So legal representation?
Legal representation is correct.
Okay.
Sorry. But now, I take it upon myself because I was working with some shady individual lawyers, right? And I got some good here. I'm asking them to be like them. But I went to legal aid.
Okay.
And legal aid has upgraded Eddie in the Puch. All right? School. And Sidney Thompson is there to be Hannah, Dion Hannah. But she took over and she is doing a brilliant job. The hair may be great, but she was always respected. You pay $25. That's a consultation with Sidney Thompson.
Yeah.
These other lawyers can't carry her slippers. And she charge you $25 to hear your complaint. But there's a struggle there that every week or so, or month, whatever, they represent but 6 or 8. So that showed me clearly that there's some financial indifferences, right? But what I said before, and I'll say it again, we have an attorney general had dual citizenship. I know Marvin Pinder, I know Ryan Pinder. Mr. Thompson, you let me know if you agree with this. I live in the United States, and public defending is an airy state. You cannot go to court without being represented. We copy everything from the United States. We on the brick of bringing this together. I went to the Bar Association several times. When I went there, when Ruth Bodal was there, somebody's to assist people who are not that intellect to make sure it full out good. And at times, you got to get the Siemens boat. This gentleman, Parker, you don't see him.
So, Mr. Khalil Parker.
Yeah, you say I talked to the lady, say you can't see him. And secondly, she told me yesterday, if the application ain't correct, you could throw it basically you could throw it in the garbage. I think the government allocate millions for the Bar Association. And I'm not the boss, but I'll ask Ryan Pinner to look in you could shut down the Bar Association. It makes no sense. You just got maybe political friendly jobs. Okay? But that's millions. You could put all our resources, because I have confidence in Sidney Thompson. There's poor Bahamians out there that's being taken advantage by lawyers by the tons.
Okay.
And before it escalate, you got to stop. It could look bad. Our lawyers get caught up in these criminal mischief in a big way. So I'm really calling on Ryan Pinner, and I hope other Bahamians see it my way. Shut down that Bar Association. Repool all our resources and pay these junior lawyers before they go out there and fall underneath these firms. Fall under Sidney Thompson. Learn the right way so our legal system can change. Now, in my time, I had some good lawyers. I had Bill Hollowesco. He become a father figure to me. Lynn Hollowesco husband. All right? If anybody say they Hollowesco, I'll respect them. But I went there when he wasn't there. And I think I wasn't wanted after he died 2009. So I never gone back. The life key thing, that don't impress me. The human and being good to people. That he was a giant of a man. That was one of my good lawyers. Alex Melis, the Greek lawyer. Alex Melis. He worked with you, and he's very, very, very professional. My homeboy, the sports king, is Kendall Wright. You want to get paid, but he'll represent you to the fullest. You know, I had Sidney Colley, the ambassador.
Kendall Wright is a former politician also, right?
Yeah. Sidney Colley too. He's very good. And a cousin of mine's named Jerome Roberts. But there's a couple that I dealt with. I'll leave them for another day. But I would.
What was your experience with them?
What?
The other set, which you can deal with another day.
Well, you know, Carlita Lockhart, she was my lawyer from 1998. She said to me, Paul, I want like 10,000 or 1,000 of this. She said, we do a payment plan. And what she did, I used to come, I was working on Atlantis. Every Friday, I bring her $500. You had Michelle Fox. She's now a lawyer. Then you had a lady named Miss Carey. Then you had another fellow named Jason Moxie. But he used to call me because that's they have their salary on a weekly basis. And I paid her up to $6,000-7,000. When she died, one of daughter's lawyer, they say, we're gonna send you down the cadet. I go on down the cadet, and the people take my case and say I still have to pay. And I paid. All right. But the end of the day is one of the lawyers lawyer, because I talked to Elliot, and Elliot gave me one his daughter number, and I call her. She was real upset. But we'll finish all that another day. Looks like you got it closed off now.
The legal profession, I believe we're going to need an intervention from the outside. The shortest way I could say it, I said it on Friday. Up in Foxhill, my hope is that they're not taking people land, because on August the 9th, 2024, that message went out, that notice went out from the Office of the Prime Minister. Foxhill, 20 pieces of property. We can need your land so we can give it to other people who need land. You see? So that right there, you know, we'll have to leave it there for the day. But that right there, we're talking about immigration today. Who you need land for? Do you need it for foreigners? I'm just asking the question.
We come to the end of the show, Bahamians, and thank you very much for listening. Gentlemen, thank you very much for coming out. Tomorrow, of course, we will be here again tomorrow for another interesting show. This is Professor Sidney MacArthur Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network. Have a very pleasant afternoon.
Global 99.5 FM reminds our listeners that the views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the host and guests and not necessarily the opinions of the owners of Global Communications Network and the operators of this radio station.